And then just on the finances more generally, and then I'll stop. We obviously had a members' briefing on finances. There were a lot of questions during that, and it was a private meeting effectively. So this is not something that was discussed in this meeting. But I wanted just to ask one of the questions that I asked in that meeting in public to see if I get the same response effectively. Can the 151 of the county, in this case Andy sitting right next to me, can you just confirm when you believe, without further intervention, the West Surrey Unitary will be in special measures or something of the equivalent? Because I think, as Councillor Townsend has mentioned, this is something that all of us are probably hearing on the doorsteps at this point. And I am concerned that the figures show this likely to be a problem within the first year, potentially two, without further intervention. I just want to see if you'll comment on that in this public meeting.
Yes, so that was a private meeting, and this is a public meeting, but fair enough in terms of the question that is raised. So the section 114 is raised when all reserves and balances are exhausted and you can't set a balanced budget. So you'll no doubt not be surprised that my answer is that is an unknown quantity until the year one budget is actually set. So if you base it on the financial baseline which showed the deficit, then if that is not addressed, which of course it has to be addressed, then the reserves will last 1 year. But obviously a lot more variables have to play out in terms of setting the budget, not least within West Surrey, the discussions that are going to be needed with MHCLG for the current commissioners that are involved within Woking, and the basis of exceptional financial support that is going to be needed within West Surrey.
Very quick follow-up.
Paul, yes.
Very quick follow-up, if I may then. I think a lot of the basis for this whole process was that the eventual transformation would unlock savings. It sounds to me like it will be impossible to unlock any savings, assuming they're possible at all, but let's just assume that they are. It will be impossible to unlock those savings before a Section 114 notice for West Surrey is required. So we are, to be clear, reliant upon a pretty serious Hail Mary from the government to make this work prior to year two. Would you agree with that position? That transformation savings are unlikely to be realised before a 114 notice?
So it would depend how far and fast a new shadow unitary wants to go, is the honest answer from that perspective. Now, I say that in a complete ignorance of the impact on the resident as a result of what that means to go fast, and how hard that you go at the savings to balance the budget. Without doubt, the West Surrey financial landscape will have to involve exceptional financial support, and I think the focus would need to be on the discussions with MHCLG about the range and long lasting of that exceptional financial support to limit the impact on the residents when it comes to setting the year one budget.